North Carolina at Chapel Hill, where she will take some time before deciding her major. This year has been one of those once-in-a-lifetime situations where we ended with 2 valedictorians at Fairfield High School. So it is with great excitement that I'd like to recognize the 2 Fairfield High School valedictorians. Valedictorians, please stand to be recognized as I call your name. Miss Kaylee Bell. Kaylee will be majoring in industrial engineering at the Ohio State University. And Miss Han Tran. Han will be attending the University of Cincinnati and studying chemical engineering. Congratulations to you 3. At this time, I would like to recognize the 6 Fairfield High School seniors who have graduated as National Merit Scholars. In the fall of 2019, nearly 1.6 million high school juniors took the PSAT. Adela Wilson scored in the top 1%, earning the honor of being named National Merit Semifinalist. Please stand and be recognized. To the second ceremony. Students Kaylee Bell, David Albrecht, Jada Boyer, Evan Simmons, and Addison Evans have been named commended scholars for scoring in the top 3.3% nationally in the same test. Please stand and be recognized. Students here have demonstrated outstanding potential for academic success and representing a valuable national resource, the advancement of educational excellence in this nation. Well done. Class of 2021, today's ceremony is an opportunity for us to pause, recognize, and celebrate what is the culmination of 13 years of hard work, goals met, and successes achieved. We also need to recognize the struggles, sacrifices, and loss that we have all experienced over the last 15 months. As you look to your left and to your right, you will see many friends, some that you have known for many years, and some that you may not know that well. But there is one thing that I can guarantee. You have shared an experience with your classmates that no one would have predicted 2 years ago. No one would have wanted 2 years ago. And all of us can agree no one ever wants to live again. That lived experience together is something that will never be replicated. Those bonds can never be broken. We could spend hours here today listing the things that were lost or taken away from us over the last years. But instead, let's celebrate what this pandemic gave us. I saw kids being kids again, riding bikes, playing basketball at the neighborhood hoop. I heard from you stories of game nights with friends, or families playing games on the house party app with distant relatives. Families learned together. They taught each other. They read together. They spent time together. I recently heard a story that I thought was a great analogy for the last year. We can all agree that at times we felt buried by our circumstances. Felt like things were just piling up and we wanted to scream, no more Zooms, no more Google Hangouts. It was easy to feel buried by our circumstances. However, think of it this way. When a farmer plants a seed, does the farmer bury the seed? Well, yes, he does. But he's also planting the seed to one day grow into a wonderful crop for us to use, or a beautiful flower for us to enjoy. Instead of feeling buried by our situation, we must recognize that the pain and the heartache that we've all felt, that has been piled upon us, is not just to bury us, but it is to plant us in a way to persevere that will allow us to grow and prosper to what we are meant to be. As we pause to think about this shared experience and to take in the circumstances around us, I challenge you to allow yourself not to be buried by it, but instead be planted. Be provided those tools now. Learn about that tenacity to change the world. We need you to change the world. When I look out at this group of graduates, I see a wonderful representation of what makes our community and our country so beautiful. You all have unique life experiences and different stories. I see students with strong convictions, with strong goals, with dreams, with passion and purpose. You have persevered. You have achieved, you have grown. Don't look at this last year as a year lost. Instead, as you move on from Fairfield High School and embark on your journey to change the world, whether that's college, the military, the workforce, serving somewhere else, life will at some point begin to feel like it's piling on, that you have been buried, or maybe life is just moving too fast. In those moments, think back to this time in your life, to this pandemic that we are in, and remember what really matters. It was that time with family, the time playing games, riding bikes, taking walks together. Remember what this time has taught you. You can handle anything. You can handle the pandemic. Class of 2021, please go out and change the world. We need you. Work to better your communities. Work to better yourself. Create magic and art. Take care of the less fortunate. Advocate for those in need. Love your families with all your heart. Protect your fellow man and woman. Be good humans. We need you. Today is special because each of you were able to say something in common. You are proud graduates of Fairfield Senior High School. We are thankful and we are proud of your accomplishments and contributions. I am proud to have served as your principal these last 3 years. Congratulations, class of 2021. At this time, I would like to ask our valedictorian, Ms. Kaylee Bell and Ms. Han Tron, to come forward. We are excited to hear Kaylee and Han deliver their valedictorian addresses.
Thank you. I am honored to have this opportunity to speak today. Throughout our time at Fairfield, we have all developed habits that have gotten us through these past 13 years. Maybe your habit was submitting assignments at exactly 11:59 p.m., or curating Spotify playlists while studying, or 7:30 a.m. speedway runs, or coffee or Monster. My habit was making to-do lists. Throughout high school, I have written tons of lists. I was the type of person who used the school sheet agendas, writing out every assignment. Eventually, when the pre-portion agenda spaces became too small, I started making lists on half sheets of paper. In order of due dates, I'd list out English papers, group chats, group projects, college applications, problem sets, and video notes. But all that's done now, so I guess we can delete that Google Classroom app. Once I made my list, I would spend so much time figuring out which task was best to complete first that I wouldn't get anything done. Overwhelmed and feeling the time slip away, I could have completed half my list had I just started somewhere. I get stuck in a loop of picking the best task to complete first and second and third and fourth, and when I found myself so consumed with picking the tasks that best set me up for the future, I would step back to the present and ask myself, what's the best thing I can do for myself right now? What can I do right now? We're leaving that comfortable blanket of constant structure that we've enjoyed and despised for the past 13 years. During high school, these to-do lists seemed immensely important. But these lists of assignments are just menial tasks in the grand scheme of things. The tasks that are going to start accumulating on our to-do list are massive. Find employment, purchase a house, do taxes, go to trade school, graduate college. When faced with this oppressive list, just do something. It may not be the best thing, it may not be the most productive thing, but just something is progress. There are so many big goals and dreams to live up to. It can make our own accomplishments feel small and diminutive in comparison. But when you remove yourself from the chaos of consuming yourself with the future, you can find calm in the present. You can take pride in just doing something and crossing one tiny thing off of your to-do list. You don't have to go from 0 to 60. Small, manageable goals are still achievements, and progress is still progress. Whenever I became so overwhelmed with the ideas and the tasks of the future, I'd remind myself of what I can do in the moment. There are so many good things in our present that we might not always have gratitude for when faced with the weight of the future. Remember to take comfort in and have gratitude for the calm of the present. With all of our life ahead of us, and as we leave the comfortable patterns that we've all developed, gratitude the present, is as important as ever. Fairfield, there is so much ahead of us. There is so much left on our life to-do list. And that is exciting. That's exhilarating. That is overwhelming. So what's the best thing for us to do right now? It's celebrate. Celebrate your accomplishments. It's been 13 long, hard years, and we've fought through all of that. Celebrate the fact that we can be here live and in person and with each other. Celebrate your friends and your family and all the connections that you've made. Celebrate the accomplishments of your past and the possibilities of your future. Fairfield Class of 2021, thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Kaylee. Now,
Graduates, faculty, administration, friends, and family. I want to start by saying congratulations, graduates. We have done it. We have finished high school. All the late night studying, frustrating assignments, high-pressure exams, and many years of schooling have led us all to this very moment. Congratulations. To the administration, friends, teachers, faculty, and especially family, thank you. I think I can speak for all the students in this room in saying we are so grateful for your unwavering dedication. Thank you for your constant love, support, and encouragement. I want to share a story with everyone, and not for pity or praise, but in hopes that it can provide some inspiration and motivation. In 1981, my great uncle moved his entire family out of Vietnam, risking their own lives to escape the oppressive government. While they planned to complete the trip in 2 weeks, they ended up surviving a month-long treacherous journey, suffering through hunger, dehydration, and the death of a loved one. Despite their struggles, their perseverance led to a hopeful future in America. This story has always resonated with me because I just love what can be learned from it. As a child and still to this day, my family's legacy has always fascinated me. Part of the fascination comes from the sheer bravery that it must have taken. Their sacrifice and risk allowed my family and I to immigrate in 2004 in search of opportunities that were not available in Vietnam. I share this story today because my parents uprooted their lives and immersed it into a world that was completely unknown, all in search of a better life. This did not come without risks, obstacles, determination, and most of all, hard work. But today, 17 years later, they sit here with a son who has just graduated college and a daughter who is graduating from high school. I share about my family's hard work, even as I'm surrounded by people who have worked so hard for this day. Administrators and teachers working hard to guide and teach students, family and friends working hard to support and encourage students, and lastly, students. We've worked so hard to gain an education. To sit here in these chairs, being eager to walk the stage and hold our diplomas with pride. As we walk out of here as high school graduates, we will move on to the next stages of life. College, the workforce, the military, whatever that may be for each of you, you will be uprooting your life and immersing it in a completely unknown world. It will take sheer bravery. It will not come without risk, obstacles, determination, and most of all, hard work. My family has always been my motivation to work hard. So find your own motivation and put in the hard work. Since I've talked quite a bit about my family today, I find it only fitting to now share a quote from some famous philosopher or celebrity from my own father. He would often say this to me when I was nervous about a difficult test, an important soccer game, or just even a transition in life. In my moments of doubt, he would say, "Không có gì mình không làm được nếu mà mình quyết tâm." This translates to, there's nothing you can't do if you're not determined. Now, hearing this as a kid, that was meant everything. And if I'm being honest, I mean, he did win a couple awards at his graduation, but he's also the one that's listening to my values. Although what my father meant by determination wasn't just an extreme desire to make it happen. Determination means to set a goal, to plan what needs to be done, to work hard through the struggles and challenges, and to execute your goal with confidence in the hard work that you put in. I had planned sophomore year and had known I was going to not have a traditional 4 years in high school. But unfortunately, neither has anyone in this room. Our 4 years was disrupted by a worldwide pandemic. Through it, some of us have grown in immeasurable ways, but some of us have also suffered immeasurable loss. No matter how you were affected through this pandemic, each and every one of us in this room has been affected. So although you may not have gotten what you expected from high school, you persevered through, worked hard, and got here to graduation. So remember this moment right here. This moment where you had a goal, where you planned, and worked hard through all struggles and challenges, and where you sit and watch the results of your hard work. And carry the lessons and memories from your childhood, your high school years, and this very moment through with you to your future, so that you may one day sit and watch all of your hard work pay off. So one more time, congratulations, class of 2021.
Thank you both, Kaylee and Han. In a moment, we will be completing the presentation of diplomas. I ask that everyone in attendance please be respectful during the presentation of diplomas so that each and every student's name may be heard. We will have ample time at the end for loud applause. And now, the moment we are waiting for. Ms. Jerry Gundrum, and members of the Fairfield City School District Board of Education, it is my privilege to hereby certify that the candidates seating before you have met all state and local requirements for graduation, and I present them to you for the conferring of diplomas.
Me lo quité, no sé cómo. Me lo quitó a los dos ahí, no sé cómo. Hotel Mateo Fan. Sobre a imagem já não sei o que
Zanaya Jewel Black.
Magdalene Na Adobe.
Luke Daniel Adams.
Paul James Ambrose III.
Noah Christopher Adams.
Tiffany Janae Amos.
Bhumika Adipati.
Emily Alexis Anglin.
Tracy Konama Afridi.
Rachel Christine Banfield.
Avery Grace Alberts.
Allison Elise Behrman.
David Lewis Albrecht.
Travis Levi Bell.
Jordan Elizabeth Alexander.
Ricardo Jose Barrios.
Jackson Ellis Alfrey.
Haley Rebecca Bell.
Philip James Biondo.
Rachel Ann Campbell.
Chloe Joy Bale.
Katie Renee Carpenter.
Kurt Randall Bradley.
Rafael Jr. Chavez.
Victoria Alexis Brelford.
Dia Anna Shea.
Blake Leah Briggs.
Alexandra Grace Comer.
Karina Giselle Curtin.
Nathan Scott Conklin.
Brittany Marie Bird.
Jackson Lee Conley.
Hunter Matthew Byram.
Juliana Elizabeth Porter.
Jada Nicole Boyer.
Kiara Joelle Corona.
Catherine Glynis Coxett.
Caleb Luke Frank.
Jenna Rayanne Kramer.
Olivia Jade Farrell.
Austin Ross Kroon.
Callie Piper Fisher.
Oluwam Sayomi Kokorolo Dele Lawal.
Tyler Wayne Graceman.
Alexander Andrew Donahue.
Reagan Nicole Gary.
Ethan Andrew Duncan.
Megan Claire Gatto.
Julia Claire Dunn.
Juniper Thora Gibbs.
Ronald Earl Erskine III.
Jalen Ray Glancy.
Jacob Benjamin Eversole.
Jennifer Morelia Gonzalez Perez.
Emily Marie Graham.
Amari Jade Johnson.
Jason Thomas Hathaway.
Lauren Michelle Wagman.
Mackenzie Elaine Higgins.
Arissa Haley Lane.
Kaylee Rose Hurst.
Madison Ashley Lane.
Fatima Iqbal.
Bridget Lardy.
Libby Caroline Johnson.
Brianna Michelle Lear.
Logan Mitchell Johnstone.
Kristen Colleen Leisman.
Caleb Nathaniel Keller.
Joseph Ujo Lee.
Jasmine Jewel Kennedy.
Samantha Renee Long.
Isabella Marie Lopez.
Dolce Alejandro Allegra Dalcius.
Carl Jericho Lorenzo.
Zayn Mohammed Alilu.
Alexander John Ludwig.
Donathan Marquis Hall.
Benanti Lung.
Sonia Amoa.
Alexander Acosta.
Vanessa Antoco Mensa.
Brandon Evan Adams.
Michael Anthony Angel.
Noel McKenna Adams.
Erica Lynn Arnold.
Nolan Chandler Adams.
Angie Arthur.
Kawana Adikari.
Benjamin David Baker.
Jaden DeAndre Baker.
Samuel Adam Beasley.
Jaden Matthew Ball.
Alexis Nicole Beckett.
Maisel Clerks Ball.
Rocky Lane Bell.
Jonathan Patrick Ballard.
Abigail Sue Fergus.
De'Ara DeBay Barber.
Hannah Grace Best.
Kayla Nene Barnes.
Hazel Lahari.
Elise Marie Bauman.
Versatome Lahari.
Jare Alexander Baxter Martin.
Sophia Lahari.
Gabrielle Felicia Baird.
Sosmita Lahari.
Shadea Javon Perry.
Kristen Lynn Gordon.
Alexis Catherine Victoria Black.
Michaela Kylie Marie Bressler.
Parker Clay Bonner.
Chase Susan Brewer.
Gabriel Michael Jermaine Booker.
Adrian Lynn Brown.
Asante Jaquan Brown.
Gabriel Thomas Udo.
Christopher Preston Brown.
Brendan Lee Hewitt.
Jarrell Nehemiah Brown.
Clara Beth Holtman.
Parker Brian Brown.
Allison Marie Burge.
Nico Mackey Brown Mackey.
Lauren Nicole Berg.
Leonte Maurice Bryant.
Layla Denise Burgess.
Ethan Tyler Buchanan.
Jalen Tyrone Berlew.
Luke Daniel Buchanan.
Emma Marie Burnett.
Kalen Alexander Budd.
Parker David Bush.
Madison Janelle Nicole Byram.
Noah Ryan Carter.
Trevor Anthony Kane.
Javier Armando Castillo Arce.
Taylor Nicole Calhoun.
Brianna Iman Kazi.
Darian Lee Campbell.
Giovanni Ismael Sejas.
Claudio Jose Carpintero Perez Nieto.
Tanner James Centers.
Jade Catherine Carroll.
Courtney Elizabeth Chan.
Kylie Amber Carroll.
Samantha Grace Chapstein.
Kennedy Noel Carter.
Justin Savannah Chai.
Mason Blanchard.
Logan Davidson.
Samantha Lee Church.
J.D. Renee Holden.
Nicholas Isaac Savini.
Jaden Marie Crawford.
Vanessa Close.
Timothy Edward Creech.
Josiah Sanchez Cobb.
Haley Brianna Tressa.
Kylie Ann Coffey.
Madison Lauren Ray Cromer.
Matthew Richard Cole.
Ariana Marie Salvador.
Desmond Taylor Thompson.
Brandon Michael Crowley.
Summer Renee Cooper.
Karen Cruz.
Kayla Trinity Cordell.
Keely Jean Cruz.
Kyle Joseph Cumming.
Caitlin Marie Davis.
Zena Dapu.
Ariana Davis.
Alyssa Renee Haley.
Kayla Denise Davis.
Carly Joe Naaman.
Taylor Renee Davis.
Blake Anthony Dane.
Camille Rose Dawkins.
Rohan Sangal.
Brooklyn Marie Dean.
Jasmine Magdalene Diangora.
Kelsey DeFrank.
Madison Taylor Darty.
Amanda Banguti Deshemi.
Cameron Rashad Jarrell Davis.
John Ray Dixon III.
Nathaniel Lewis Goldman.
Haley Adair Farrell.
James
Soleil, dog.
Dunaway.
Soleil.
Dianara Nicole Louise Trinidad.
Zalaka.
Evan
Hello,
Robert
Dr.
Duncan.
Michaela Carl Harkenhoff.
Oh, money.
Nakash Duff.
Sydney Ann Fields.
Addison Christopher Ebbing.
Amaya Catherine Flanagan.
Kyla Iris Edwards.
Emma Grace Cliff.
Soleil.
Chloe Ann Nicole Ellis.
Catherine Nayelen Flores
Mm.
Cepeda.
Muy placer.
Michelle Yasmin Evangelista Bear.
cérémonie rendu éthique 1, 2, 3. Troisième Soleil.
Bryce
On peut
Hunter
au
Bennett.
filmer. Aux années 80,
Jack Wilson Colville.
Alexandria Ray Faust.
moi, place moi, on a fait quoi pour ça la table? Soleil.
Fanny
Soleil, on a fait
Elizabeth
ça là.
Fowler.
You are going to my boat.
Jackson Garcia.
Sydney Elizabeth Fraser.
Jessica Olivia Garcia
Moi, on a
Ramirez.
arrangé.
Diamond Tatiana Sierra
Banana.
Freeman.
Troisième
Anthony
fille.
Garcia
Banana.
Milan.
Trois,
Ellie Marie Fry.
Trois,
Janessa Renee Harris.
Austin
au moins place
Alexander
banana baptême.
Fuller.
Soleil, you want to see téléphone au salle. You want to
Kyle
see téléphone.
Stevens Hung.
Logan Julian Getz.
Eric
Au moins, moi, na simbi
Gabbard.
chapeau na mtu. Soleil, you want to langue na simu. Soleil, you want
Antonio
to.
Marie
Soleil, you want to.
Campbell.
Melanie Lauren Gilkey.
Jordan Arube Gonzalez Cantero.
James Corey Rose.
Giovanna Elise Glass.
Jamie Tremaine Grubb.
Yuritsi Itzel Gonzalez.
Michael James Gundrum.
Layla Marie Gonzalez Ricas.
Desiree Michelle Hamlin.
Nayla Rael Portis.
John Carlisle Hannigan.
Dustin Arthur Graham.
Trey Thomas Hardwick.
Michael Lewis Graham.
Hannah Marie Hargrave.
Tatiana Shania Gray.
Seth Michael Harmon.
Montgomery Chase Malloy Rhine.
Harley May Harrison.
Kristen Elizabeth Harrison.
David Anthony Heffron.
Nathan Zachary Parsley.
Quentin Michael Hendricks.
Bryce Michael Payne Hatfield.
Clayton Allen Hensley.
Catherine Lynn Hauser.
Nathaniel Edward Connor Kirshner.
Raquan Hasim Jade.
Kaya Star Hess Wilson.
Julia Shea Penn.
Ava Paulette Hickey.
Zachary Paul Petty.
Jayla Anthony Hill.
Donnell Morris Heath.
Kaya Danila Hill.
Joseph Benson Heffernan.
Robert Thomas Tinkle.
On Moretz.
Daniel Allen Curtis Holmes.
Destiny Lynn Todd.
Colin Philip Holmes.
Daquan Rashad Hodges.
Bailey Marie Holmes.
Deron Rashid Hodges.
Owen Zachary Cooper.
Alexis Nicole Holbrook.
Logan Matthew Foreman.
Dylan James Holden.
Emma Rose House.
Elena Marie Holder.
Cortez Anthony Howard Jr.
Sean Anthony Hollingsworth.
Olivia Reagan Howard.
Zachary David Collar.
Thea Gabrielle Howard.
Keegan Allen Hudson.
Marquise Sanjuan Jones.
Caitlin Curley.
Randall Andre Jones.
Shayla Grace Imhoff.
Soleil Cabasales.
Kabasele!
Michael Ingram.
Emily Teresa King.
Ire Tomiwa Olu Wasumisha Isijala.
Raymond Anthony Kabalowski.
Oluwa Namisi Demikope Sarah Isijala.
Bryce Robert Keene.
Jada Lee James.
Kabasele! Soleil!
Blake Anthony Johnson.
Alexander Colin Hines.
Daryl S. Leon Jones.
Renee Kemper.
Anthony Andrew J. Hester.
Stephen Quay Grace May Ampley.
Diksha Kanal.
Cameron Lee Kidwell.
Yam Manur Karka.
Tyler Franklin Lackey.
Morgan Bailey Willow King.
Brady Michael Richard Lale.
Joshua Kenneth Klein.
Dakota William Laird.
Traven Bryson Kelly Cabotis.
Rachel Olivia Lampkin.
Keegan Alexander Kramer.
Aaron Robert Sanders.
Grace Jewel Kuhnheim.
Logan Michael Lopensky.
Haley Elizabeth Kunkemoller.
Angela Rose Lee.
Richard Arthur Leibach.
Lillian Elena Loman.
Harry Douglas Light.
Deja Marie Pluckett.
Margaret Linehan.
Jaden Elizabeth Ludwig.
Alana Christine Lester.
Dylan Ruth Luby.
Peyton Ruby Lindeman.
Stephanie Ann Uswana.
Jordan Carey Lai.
Alyssa Kendall Lyon.
Hung Kwok Lee.
Merlin Gerald Pope.
Luis Eduardo Lavato.
Jalen Amir Gilbert.
Alexander Francisco Lopez.
Ethan Dylan Cooper.
Megan Renee Poland.
Soleil! Baba Soleil!
Class of 2021. Class of 2021, I now present to you your senior class president, Ms. Jessie Schuster.
Thank you. When we started high school, we always heard that these would be some of the best years of our lives, and how we should cherish every moment. The best years of my life were supposed to consist of prom, homecoming, Friday nights in the student section, spirit week, pep rallies, and much, much more. Unfortunately, the world had other plans. While we did have 3 years to pack some of this stuff in, I'm not sure it's quite the same. Because even though it is bittersweet, there's something exciting about having all of the last senior moments. Last homecoming, last, or really for the majority of us, first prom, last first day of school, the last spring break, and a million more things. All of these senior moments, they were supposed to be the culmination of the hard work we have put in for more than 12 years. Senior year was supposed to be super stressful because there was always the impending, what are you going to do after high school, hanging over our heads. But honestly, and I'm sure I'm in good company, I didn't really expect this kind of stress. And realistically, no one could. I mean, what are the odds that during the most important year of our lives, so far, there would be a worldwide pandemic that shut everything down? I'm seriously asking because I took calculus, not statistics, so if someone in stats can get on that, I'd appreciate it. But really though, if I had to take a guess, the odds are probably pretty slim. So in my last address to the class of 2021, I decided to focus on gratitude and gratitude. In a year when nothing seems like it's going right, it strips everyone down to their core. It makes us all wonder, who are we when everything we thought we were comes to a screeching halt? The answer? We are the purest, most true forms of ourselves. The version of ourselves that we don't often show, but that deserves the most applause. This past year, I have been beyond thankful to see that in myself and in my peers around me. I've seen some of my classmates when they are most vulnerable, and that's when special and long-lasting connections are built. When all of our sports, clubs, shows, and events were canceled, people began to band together in support of each other. We had drive-through birthday and graduation parties, Zoom meetings with our loved ones, and when a friend needed it most, I saw people run to each other's aid without hesitation, because we realized that even though we are aware that we are all experiencing things differently, we can all still understand the feelings we were each going through. The next one I mentioned before was resilience. My mom always told me that resilience is like a muscle. It gets stronger the more you use it. This past year has required a ton of resilience, not just from us as seniors, but from everyone in this room. You all have probably heard people say, there will always be dark times in your life. And our good friend Miley Cyrus sums this up pretty well in one of her most iconic songs, when she says there's always going to be another mountain, you're always going to want to make it move. Sometimes we get lost in the hardships in life. We focus on the bad and forget the good. And trust me when I say, this has been pretty easy this past year, because there's been a whole lot of effort. Everyone has lost something, whether it be an event or even just motivation that you used to have. But I implore you all to focus not so much on what went wrong, but what went right, and what memories you did make. The time that we spent together after months when even that wasn't possible. This year, resilience and gratitude go hand in hand. It's easy to wonder what could have been. What could a normal senior year be like? When I think about this, I often like to ask myself, what was? It's true, we didn't get a lot of normal senior high school things. So what did I get out of this year? Out of all my years in high school and before, after countless weeks and months of grappling with the what could have been, I think it's time we transition to the what was. Yes, we experienced a year of tremendous loss, hardship, and other difficulties that no other graduating class did. This has probably been the hardest year of most of our lives. But you know, we did get a camaraderie between each and every one of us that could not have been formed any other way. While graduating puts us in this new class of alumni, we will always have had a different experience than any other seniors at Fairfield High School. Only seniors in this room, you all in front of me, understand the marathon we have had to run this past year, and how it has brought us all together in a way that had never happened before. Together, we experienced the hardships. Together, we fought through the good, the bad, and the ugly. And together, we stood as one to help each other when one of us needed it most. I've been focusing a lot on what we did, but as I look back on my time in high school, the things I remember the most and hold closest to my heart are the moments between assignments in class, in the halls, or after school during meetings. To me, I cherish every laugh and every joke more than any school dance. I have come to appreciate the little things and interactions so much more since they were taken away from us for so long in 2020. Things like debating about movies in DC calculus, taking selfies with Mrs. Allen in biology, running errands for Senora Gladys or Madam Reeves with some of my classmates during our free periods, and even being made fun of by Officer Corner at lunch or in the hall. All of these things and more, they're what I'll remember most when I leave high school. Even if your memories are not exactly the same as mine, I know you can think of numerous examples throughout the years of times you laughed until it hurt or smiled until you couldn't anymore. I know that there are memories I didn't make, but that doesn't even begin to undermine the memories I do have. As I try to wrap this year up, the thing I feel most is proud in all of us. I am beyond proud of each and every one of you. I will truly miss the FHS class of 2021, and especially the administration. Without the constant support from all of you, I would never been able to do what I have. I will carry the kind words and praise from you all with me for the rest of my life. The people that we have become, they truly are the best versions of ourselves. We have all been through so much, and no one will ever forget our class. We accomplished loads of things during our time at Fairfield, not just in the last
comprendre mbongo kolobe ya koganga eza te ntembo eleki wana ezalaki collation ya Soleil Kabasele le cadet. Les cabots. Wana bozomona sécurité ya nyama. Ça, téléphone est beaucoup. Badimi.